I'm losing my mind. I literally laugh every time a straight person acts like telling me heterophobia is real and just as bad as homophobia isn't a completely legitimate reason to block someone. It never stops being funny. Add fragile cishet egos to the ever-expanding list of those with fragile egos. Blocking over a disagreement is not indicative of any fragility on their behalf because they are an oppressed victim, and being a victim means that you're always right. See, they said they laugh when they block someone. They're clearly not bothered by the complete void of healthy relationships in their life. If you stand in front of a mirror at midnight and say trans people deserve rights 3 times while holding a candle, a cishet will appear screaming, why can't we all just be nice to each other and say you're being a cisphobe? If I stand in front of a mirror at midnight and say go to church 3 times, nothing will happen because God is dead and you killed him. Why cisphobia is not a thing. You will never have to change your tampon in a full men's restroom while trying to make literally as little noise as possible. Then wrap your nasty tampon pad in toilet paper and stuff it in your pocket until you can get to the trash can to throw it away so no one sees it. Men's rooms don't have those little boxes in the stalls. They also don't have tampon pad machines. You're absolutely right. That's because I don't have a uterus. I'm offended that you consider tampons and pads nasty. That's awfully misogynistic of you. I've been making grown men cry since I was born. I need more straight boy tears before I can audition for Mean Girls. No, only girls with a 0.7 waist-hip ratio can do that. It's such a rare sight here in America these days. Men can't help but shed one solitary tear of joy that attractive women still exist somehow. If you need a laugh, think about the time my boyfriend told another woman he didn't love me anymore because I point out misogyny in films and she called him a fedora and told him to fuck off. In other words, he stopped talking to you after the first date. How sad. I went into a live stream and then I talked about the time I poured chocolate milk on someone for yelling a fucking homophobic slur and then brushing me off when I tried to confront him and then got yelled at by like 4 people saying I was rude. This makes a lot more sense when you accept that this is not fiction but half fiction. Words were said and chocolate milk was poured, but it was all done by one person in front of a bathroom mirror. A cishet boy just texted me saying he'd put his hot dog into my steamy bun and I'm laughing but also really embarrassed. You're trying to pass off insane clown posse lyrics as things that regular people say in a regular conversation. When people tell trans/not het people to take shit to court, it's like, do you not fucking understand that our system is built to sustain oppressive mindsets? The people put in power by supremacist majorities are already racist, homophobic, transphobic, evangelical, etc., and will make judgments and laws based on their personal beliefs. It has never fucking mattered to them what is right and just. The only shit that they will ever care about is making sure that their privileges remain. Same goes for policemen, local politicians, etc. Minorities are unable to receive unbiased treatment from anyone. But oh, you can't say cis people suck on the internet because that's oppressive and offensive to majorities that never face these attitudes anywhere else. Yeah, the judicial system is completely hostile to LGBT causes. It's not as if gay marriage in every state that has it has been put there because a lone judge didn't like what the cis scum electorate decided to vote into place. Oh wait. Well, you still have victim cred because every website has no hate speech policy put into place to protect the 0.002% of their net income they get from people who spend money on sentimental bullshit aimed towards the fringes of society. Oh. Wait, I consume a steady diet of cishet tears and transphobe anger. They're delicious. Who knew that Burger King seasoned their Whoppers with cishet tears? I made a cishet mad by calling him out on being misogynistic. I often imagine what would happen if they called someone a racist, misogynist, sexist, and that someone agreed with them and asked them to make a real point. Sadly, this scenario will remain in my imagination as we are dealing with people who substitute blog posts for actual conversation. Ladybugs. Why aren't there any man bugs? Some straight white guy, probably. The patriarchy does not concern itself with petty matters such as media representation. Maybe if you stopped watching so much TV and stopped looking for things to complain about, you too would earn the ability to systematically oppress everyone by doing nothing but simply existing. Today in class, I overheard this super straight white guy say, I have a dark personality, but I have a bright coat. I'm not sure how those correlate, but yes, you're so mysterious and aloof with your khaki shorts and Nike socks. I bet you have a bunch of tattoos and watch gory horror movies. I have never encountered a more severe case of sour grapes. I can only be around straight boys for about 0.2 seconds before they start asking personal questions, being homophobic and misogynistic. Assuming that they do talk to you, they ask these questions because you place your transient teenage identity at the forefront of every aspect of your existence. Those around you don't feel the need to insert the stupid stupid shit they define themselves by and the small talk they have with strangers, but apparently such an action is homophobic and bigoted. If you shared that sentiment, perhaps you'd have an easier time with basic social interaction. Then again, if you had regular positive interactions, you wouldn't feel the need to handicap yourself with ridiculous behaviors and notions in a desperate attempt to feel some inkling of superiority as compensation for the absolute despair you feel in every inch of your body. Cis straight people need to stay in their fucking lane. I agree. This lane is very well lubricated.